the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looks like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Purdy now to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's where, it's probably 60, 70 men in open dormitory. And there's only 8 of them. The same thing.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Here's Pacheco once again.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit.
There he goes, right side. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Here now, 2nd and 4. In motion right, Debo. Purdy now on 2nd down. Touchdown 49ers. Debo Samuel, 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that was covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run. Out of the gun, Purdy rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Purdy. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. George Kittle from 17 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Stuff like that, and business just
again, it's Pacheco, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Some people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. They'll roll him out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Purdy. Flushed out right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. They use 4th down now. Now down another turnover on his leg.
So that one is on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Here's Ward to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Yeah, the only way that you can effectively try to get this situation is you got to get it out of the state of Alabama, the whole United States, and the world need to see the atrocities, the fucking brutality that is happening to inmates. You know, they're human beings. You have your fucking baby raper, child molester. Yeah, get the goddamn thunder done, okay?
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slope if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff now for Pacheco. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. A give right side for Pacheco. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway.
They don't care. They just want to escape.
And the 49er hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Purdy from the gun. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Accountability, not only just for the two assailants, I want to see accountability in the institution.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And quickly, they get to the line. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he gets it down to the 32. 96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
It was me, my wife, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law. We talked about it, we discussed it.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On first down, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Ayuk going to go in motion right. Here's Purdy on first and 10. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun now with Purdy. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bolton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Buying time to his left.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's first and 10. And they'll run it here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mahomes rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So the victory here for San